Hey guys, this video is what I read in 2024. At the beginning of the year, I set a goal to read 24 books, and I read 24 books. I should have read more, to be honest, but I definitely had the time to have read more than 24, but it's whatever, at least I made it. I also, halfway through the year maybe, started reading skinny books because I realized, oh, I might not reach my goal. But, so that was my hack, was to read skinny books so I would get more books. I think it was only like 6,600 something pages, so last year I think I read 21 books, so it was a little bit more. This year for 2025 my goal stayed at 24 though, so it's like 2 books per month. Also, I'm gonna try to go pretty quick with this because I don't want this to be a super long video, so I'm just gonna pretty much give the star rating and maybe a couple things about it. So the first book I read of 2024 was The Color Purple by Alice Walker. I'd seen the original movie before reading this. Great movie. And the book was also great. I rated this a 5-star. But yes, recommend this book. It was great. I really want to watch the new movie that they came out with it as well. It's just a great book. Next book was An Evil Mind by Chris Carter. It's like a thriller book. I don't know, this is one of the books my grandma just drops off after she's done reading it. I rated this a 4.5 because it was really, I don't know, intriguing. One of the main guys, Lucien, was very interesting. They went into detail with this a lot. I also love the short chapters in this, so yeah, 4.5 stars. Also, the way I'm going is in order of chronologically how I read them this year. The next book was not All the Right Places, hold up. Holding Up the Universe by Jennifer Niven, I don't know. This I rated 3 stars. It's pretty much just a basic YA kind of romance. It covers, how do you say the word? Prosopagnosia? So that was interesting to read about. I rated it a 3-star. Yeah, this book was cute. I don't think I really remember much of it, but then was The 5 People You Meet in Heaven by Mitch Albom. This book was great. I rated this a 5-star. I remember really liking this book. And you know, it's like message. The main guy, Eddie, really liked him, his character. This was just a very interesting book. Then was The Hunger Games. I was reading this to like have a book club or whatever with my friends, which we never did, but that's okay. I'd read this book before in like middle school. Loved this series as a kid. Yeah, this time I actually like put tabs in it and stuff to go back to or what I wanted to like talk about, but love the movies too. I've read all of them except The Ballad of Songbirds and Snakes, but so yes, I rated this a 5-star again because it's Hunger Games and it's just amazing. There was honestly a lot about it that I didn't remember, so this was good. I'll always recommend this book. Then was Rascal by Sterling North. This book was cute, and I liked that it took place in Wisconsin, in older Wisconsin, but since that's where I grew up, this was really cute. Made me want to have a pet raccoon. And I like that it had pictures, so this book is so old. Apparently this was made into a Disney movie, which I haven't watched, but I really want to watch it. And it's a memoir. It's actually Sterling North's life as a boy. 3 stars if I didn't say that. Next is The Loneliest Girl in the Universe by Lauren James. I don't even remember where I got this from, but this book I liked a lot more than I was expecting it. I rated it between a 3.5 and 4, I guess. Couldn't decide. This was the fastest I've gone through a book in a long time. It just, I don't know, it kept me interested. Kind of wish I had a second book or movie. This would be good as a movie too, I feel like. Then All American Boys, which has 2 authors, Jason Reynolds and Brendan Keeley. I put it as a 3.5 stars. It covers a very important topic. I remember my middle school English teacher talked about it. I wish I would have read it back in middle school, but it was good now too. I think it'd be good for like a middle school English class to read and, you know, like talk about. Then All the Right Places, Here We Go by Jennifer Niven. I'd seen the movie of this, liked the movie. Very sad. This book took me a while to get through, but it's only because I knew it was coming and I didn't want to get to it. But I rated this a 4-star because, or 4.5. This is a really good book. This is also where I started like writing out my review and like when I started it, what I rated it, favorite characters, stuff like that. on paper. So now I feel like I'm remembering books better after I do that. I could show you some of them and I make them like look pretty. Here's the one for All the Bright Places. I don't know if you can see it well, but like I'll put quotes or like this is Indiana and the places they went in Indiana, or like just things that symbolize the book. And then on the back I write my review. But yeah, after that book I started doing that for every book I read. Okay, next was The Strawberry Picker by Monica Feth. This is translated from German. So I was excited about that. It takes place in Germany too, but I rated this a 2-star because it was just more boring than I thought and like predictable. I feel like it was just kind of annoying at times too. So okay, here's actually where I wanted to catch up on the goal because I was like so many books behind. So this is the Chronicles of Narnia, which I don't even know where I got this or how long we've had this, but there are 7 books in this series. I'd read the first one, I think, last year, so I read 2 through 7 this year to catch up. Overall, I rated this series a 3 out of 10, 3 out of 10, 3 out of 5. I think I would have liked this maybe as a kid. The book I liked the most out of the series was The Silver Chair. This one. It's 6th chronologically, because this box set's in order of when the stories kind of take place and not when he released them. Oh, it's by C.S. Lewis, by the way. Love this book because I love Puddleglum. He's my favorite character. He's amazing. I wish they made this one into a movie because I'd love to see him. Also love Reepicheep. Apparently my least favorite book in this was Prince Caspian. I feel like these all kind of ran together. In my head, I don't know if I really remember them, but that was the 4th book. This is how I caught up on my goal, was by reading these skinny children books. But, you know, why not? Since I never read them as a child. So when I finally finished The Chronicles of Narnia, it was October 4th of 2024. So that kind of, I think, caught me up on my reading goal. I don't really remember because that counted as 6 books towards my goal of 24. So that's a quarter of them all. Next was Descent by Tim Johnston. It's like thriller mystery kind of thing. I rated this a 3 stars. I remember I liked it right off the bat, but then it got confusing. Like the point of views and stuff wasn't really my favorite. The short chapters helped me get through it more. I love when a book has short chapters. The next book is Speak by Laurie Halse Anderson. This was also made into a movie with Kristen Stewart in it. Never seen the movie. I do want to watch it though after reading the book. But it's another book I wish I read when I was younger, like beginning high school, since that's kind of when it takes place. But this is also covers a very important topic. This I gave between 3 and a 3.5. This book is a very quick read. It's got a different writing style, which was interesting. Also don't realize, I thought this book was newer, but it was published in 1999. But yeah, important topic to be talked about in adolescence, so that's good. Then was To Kill a Mockingbird by Harper Lee, which I'd read in high school. I can't remember what year even. And I didn't remember much of it besides like the major like plot points, I feel like. I really liked it. Not having to do like school assignments along with it, I rated this 4.5 out of 5. This is like a very popular book. I think a lot of schools have this as a required read, so this was good. Around Halloween time, I think it was, Witch Child by Celia Reese, which I'd read in middle school as well because I did it for like a project, but I still had this book and I saw it and I didn't remember like most of it. This is interesting. It's from the pages of a secret diary. She's 14 years old, and she goes from England to like Salem, Massachusetts area. I rated this a 3 to 3.5 stars. I feel like that's a popular rating for me, I don't know. Apparently there's another book in this series, but I haven't read that, and I don't know if I will. I'd like to, I just don't have it. The next was Little Fires Everywhere by Celeste Ng. Hopefully I'm saying that right. I really enjoyed this book. I rated this one a 4 out of 5 stars. It was just very interesting, and I liked all the different like kind of perspectives we got on each character in it. After reading the book, I started the mini series, or the like short limited series based on the book, which it was good. I liked the book more, but that was also good. I feel like it was quite different from the book, more so than I expected, but in the review I wrote that the ending was my favorite. I think because it felt kind of rushed, but I think that's the point. I don't even really remember. Yeah, I think that was the point. I just kind of wish like a follow-up came out, or like we'd see the characters years and years down the line to see like how they turned out or if things changed or anything like that. This was a great book. Next was Old Yeller by Fred Gibson. Super skinny book, very skinny book. This was, I think it said, the shortest book I read this year. Also considered a children's book, I believe. Just based on this, you can tell it's sad. Like, this is also between a 3 and a 3.5 for me. I love Old Yeller the dog. This also has a movie apparently, which I want to watch, but I know it's gonna make me sad. The next book is The Catcher in the Rye by J.D. Salinger. This I rated a 3.5 stars. I got this book thrifted. It had a bookmark in it. There's the bookmark. It also has a note. This I feel like is one of my favorite parts about this book. From 1992, from the person who gave them the book. It says, "I can't tell you how this book will affect you, but I can tell you it's one to grow on. And I think you'll agree that everyone has a little Holden Caulfield in them somewhere." Okay, sorry about the camera switch angle change. But yes, I feel like that note is so true and accurate to the book, which this book, based on the name, I originally thought it was something to do with farming. And it's like completely not. So like whenever I heard this, I just pictured, you know, a field of like rye. But it's only mentioned like once or twice, I think, in the whole book. Then my last book of the year is Silent Night by Stanley Weintraub. It's a nonfiction book about history, about World War I and the Christmas truce, which I never even knew about before I got this book. I got it from a little library. This was a good way to end a year. I want to read more nonfiction because it makes me feel smarter, but this was definitely more difficult for me to read. There's even pictures in the middle. I rated this a 3 star. I really like the story and the fact that it's a true story. Also devastating though, because it's war. I read this on purpose around Christmas time. So yes, that was all 24 books I read in 2024. I'm excited to reset my goal. In 2025, it's still gonna be 24 books for 2 per month, roughly, hopefully. Looking at the piles I have of the books I read actually makes it seem like a lot more than I felt like I read throughout the year. And I want to keep up with writing my review down on paper with little points of symbolism as well. So I'm still holding this book up. Hopefully 2025 is even better for books. Looking at Goodreads on my year in books, it says 6,651 pages read. Shortest, Old Yeller. Longest was Descent. The average book length is only 277 pages. Most shelved, Hunger Games. Least shelved, The Strawberry Picker. My average rating was 3.4 stars. Checks out. Thanks for watching.